Well, Superman has his Fortress of Solitude, and Bruce Wayne, he's got the Bat Cave, and me, the Menzoid, I've got the Menzoid Man Cave, a place we like to sit back, chill out, relax, talk about the issues of the day. And my guest in the Menzoid Man Cave today is author and education veteran, Dr. James Brown. Great to have you.
A pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you so much. And Dr. Brown has written a fascinating book, folks, Rescuing Our Underachieving Sons. Must-read material for any parent who especially has a boy in the education system. Now, Jim, what do you mean by rescuing our underachieving sons?
Increasingly, it's boys that are underachieving in school. Boys have the ability, but they're not producing as well as girls are.
And one of the reasons, Jim, for this, as you say in your book, I guess, is the ongoing feminization of the education system.
Certainly, that's one of the major issues. And it's a major issue because for boys, it leaves them with a lack of role models. And it also deals with the issue of gender identity. And that is, if I perceive something is something that's done by girls, I as a boy may well decide I don't want to be part of that, or it isn't for me. And so as the system becomes more feminized, boys don't have role models, and at the same time they have this problem of gender identity.
And tell me, Jim, girls and boys, especially at a young age, they learn differently, do they not?
They do. The evidence is very, very clear that they learn differently. This can be seen in something as simple as activities around group work that boys and girls do. Wow. Girls will tend to spend time discussing it and planning it because that's part of the way girls were socialized. And boys will tend to delve right in, be prepared to make errors, and then correct those errors and learn in that fashion. Again, that's because the way little boys have been socialized to approach tasks.
Now, I'm just curious, what is driving this? I mean, I guess historically, if we go back 50, 60 years ago, there were jobs that were considered not for women and not for men, and that was wrong, I guess. But I would imagine, as you say in your book, it seems that over the decades, there's been perhaps an overcorrection so that, I guess, boys are being left out of a tangible education now.
Well, that really is the case, and the evidence again shows that we have overcompensated to the point that in areas where boys are underrepresented, there are no affirmative action initiatives to assist them. In fact, the affirmative action initiatives continue to favor the girls who are already in the ascendancy. The medical school being one of them, where there were put in place scholarships for girls to encourage them to attend. Now that they make up the majority, those scholarships are still there, and there aren't any for boys.
You have tried to put this book into the hands of educators, school board officials, school administrators. What has been the reaction to this?
It's really interesting. There are about 4 school boards that have shown some interest in this because they understand there's a problem and they see there's a problem and they want to deal with it. That book has gone to the directors of education of every school board, every English language school board in the province. And when I contact the school boards, I either get no return reply at all. If I send a letter, I get no reply from most of them. If I phone, they take a message, thank you very much, no one calls me back. When I do talk to people, they say there isn't a problem. And in fact, I've been interviewed by newspapers, and the newspapers call the school boards to get the information on things like the grade 3, grade 6, grade 10 standardized tests that children write, and the school boards won't call back because they don't want to deal with the issue.
And folks, you know, it's a must-read, like I said, especially if you have a boy in the educational system. Rescuing Our Underachieving Sons by Dr. James S. Brown. And keep it here to Menzoid Mornings. Lots more to come right after this.